nüüd jah. kuradi. olen missinud juba setup'i ka noh. I finished my muffin. It seems to me we have kind of a little bit echo. Oh. 16 out of 200. six. What is that? 6%, 8%. Yeah. By the way, do you have a YouTube live somewhere next to you? Like, are you listening the live or watching the live on another device? No, no. I mean that's causing the echo. By the way, while you were talking, I think we missed our setup already. Yeah, because we took like freaking 1 hour to set everything up and getting working, and the indicator was already giving cell setups or signals long time ago. Yeah. Mm. What pills? Yeah. Actually, we had a kind of so look, because price already formed an order block. First time it got rejected, then it dropped down, created another order block. Uh, didn't break the previous lows here, but it swept a little bit slightly, then went back into the order block. That would have been our sell setup right when it tapped in. Stop loss above it, and we could target somewhere this one 112 pips, but we missed it. So let's see. There is actually another opportunity, by the way. We can sell it over here, 4023. Stop loss 4029, and we target here. Oh, damn it. I think I will actually put it as a pending order because 1 hour is also kind of nice. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna put it as a pending order. So what is it? It's 423.5. No, what is it? Yeah, maybe. Now I have only one. Yeah. Hmm. So I have set my pending order. Now we wait. Mm. Mm. Over the course of few years, I have used multiple bots. In the forex terms, it's called expert advisors, but in a simple terms, it's a bot. It's an automation. Mm, it's very hard to find a very good strategy because the way how you code a bot is based on some parameters, uh, or kind of a strategy, like you make it as a martingale or a grid base, or when it's breaking structure. And the issue is not the strategy itself. The issue is that the market structure over time is changing. So I have a few stories around that. Like in 2020, we were using one algorithm. We had over 300% profit in 2 years because we compounded. And Ukraine war came, and within 3 weeks, the accounts all blew up because the algorithm or the settings that was set for this bot couldn't handle the market movements, and it just stack trades. Market was dumping in opposite direction, and you just look how it. That's why you should learn the skill and trade yourself, or you should use a copy trade service where somebody who knows to trade does the trades manually, and whatever trades they do, they will also be copied to your personal account. That's what I recommend. No comment. No, no. Yeah, a lot of my friends are doing it, so no comments. I don't want to say anything bad or anything good about it. Change of topic. But look, our TP would have hit already. Oh, now it's heavy echo. What did you do? Let me actually check my OBS. Maybe I need to change something. The background. If I speak now, you can hear me, right? Okay. I turned off the sound in overlay background and trading view. Let's see. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Anyway, basically, yes. For those who just coming in now, then this indicator that I made, it is drawing you red and green boxes. And what they mean in the simple terms, they act as a support and resistance, which means support, the green area, is an area where the market or the price will most likely bounce back up. And the red area is an area where the price gets rejected and comes back down. Usually, sometimes they get invalidated, but most of the time, the bigger the time frame, the more they are being respected. So right now we are on a 5 minute time frame because we are doing a quick scalp. We are trying to catch 100 pips, maybe sometimes more, but on a small time frame, usually it will be around 100 pips. If we go in a bigger time frame, for example, 30 minutes, 1 hour, let me see. Yesterday I actually got this massive dump over here. Mm, by the way, we are also on 30-minute bullish order block area, so maybe we actually might get rejection back into this 30-minute order block where we already have a pending sell order. So that would be really nice. If then we could potentially target back down the breakout zone that we were trading in the morning. But the price action was a little bit weird, so we came out. But that could be potentially 100, almost 180 pips trade. So so if we trade gold, let's say, let's keep it simple, 100 pips. In trading, the minimum lot size is zero point 0.0 lot. That would be $10, profit or loss, depending if what kind of trade you're in. If you have a small capital, uh, let's say less than $1,000, I would say you should be always trading with 0.01 lot if you want to be on a conservative side. Now, if you trade with higher than $1,000, then, or let's say on a conservative risk management perspective, you should only raise lot 0.01 based on each $1,000 capital that you have. At least that's the risk management that I am using. Now, if you have, let's say, $10,000 account, you can use 0.1 lot. That would mean that 100 pips for you is $100 profit. If you have, let's say, multiple tens of thousands, let's say you have a 100K account and you trade with one lot, then 100 pips for you is $1,000. So that's the simple math behind the pips, how to calculate. But this is gold specific. If you trade indexes like Nasdaq, US 30, S&P 500, then the pips calculation is a little bit different. The same goes with the currency pairs. It's very hard to predict, and I honestly haven't done yet today the research. CPI basically is a consumer price index. It is measuring if the purchasing power, or if consumers, regular people, if they have spent more money or not. And in simple terms, it is reflecting, has the inflation risen or went down. And this is a very big data release every month in the beginning of the month, or first to second week, something like this. But let me check actually. If we go to Forex Factory, so all the data releases, all the news, you can check it out in forexfactory.com. That's what I'm personally using. And I have, under the calendar, I have filtered out, so it's only showing me GBP and USDT pairs. And what you can see, based on my local time, 8:30 p.m., there is a core CPI data release. Core CPI is more important than just the CPI. Now, so last month, June 10, the forecast was 0.3%, actual was 0.2%. So what it means that it was bearish for currency, and the currency is USD. Right? This is USA data release, so it is affecting USD dollar, and we are trading XAU USD, which is gold, and gold is against the dollar. So if the news are coming out hot, which means, like, for example, in May, it was higher than the forecast. Gold dumped heavily because I wait. Yeah, if USD is strong, then gold is going down, and if it's bearish, then it's good for the gold and price goes up. But these data releases you can never predict 100%. You can get some ideas by looking, for example, uh, dollar index, DXY, and let me see what's happening over here. So dollar index have been consolidating, but it's hold this 100.5 threshold, and also we are on an uptrend. Mm, yeah, I mean, wait, let me check. Last time I actually predicted the last data release from C. So what's happened here? USD yen. Reflecting a series of setting developments since our last update. Financial markets have been volatile, oil prices have declined, and the Canadian dollar has weakened. At the same time, income. We're waiting because we are waiting retracement back to the order block. I mean, we already put the pending order, no? 23. I told earlier. I put myself 23.5. Yeah. So Scotia Bank released some article, and they are saying that inflation has continued to surprise to the upside in both headline and core measures, reinforcing the case for caution from the Fed. So the CPI can actually come weak for the dollar. So the gold might actually go up. Forecast. And this is Bank of Canada. But again, um, as I said, it's very hard to predict any data release. So the best advice I can give is wait for the data release, and based on this, we enter the market, because otherwise it is too high of a risk, especially on a small account. Because sometimes, for example, you see my screen? You sharing or no? So if the difference between forecast and actual is massive, let's say forecast is zero point 0.3 and the next actually is like zero point 0.5 or 0.6, then we can very easily see 1 minute candle as 2, 3, 400 pips, and that's massive move. So you don't want to be on a wrong side of the trade, because if there is such a huge volume coming in, you will have a very high slippage. So let's say we are in a trade here when the news are being um, announced, and let's say it's coming bad for the dollar, so the gold shoots up in like few seconds, and it's end up over here, then our stop loss doesn't trigger where we have set it, so it will be triggering much higher. So you can take very heavy hit if you're in the wrong side. But again, it's always 50-50 gamble. Not always, but it's on a higher side. So yeah, it's very hard to predict. But based on the article that I just read, the inflation can be still higher. So I think the news will come. Wait. Let me check again. Ac- Change of price of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So, wait, let me run it through again from AI, just to be 100% sure. Right. Lihtsalt running korra ma lihtsalt running korraks läbi ChatGPT, et ma oleksin õige, mida ma räägin. Nii, forecast oli 0,3, actual 0,2, see tähendab, inflatsioon tuli oodatust madalam. Miks see on dollarile halb, kui inflatsioon jahtub kiiremini? Vähemalt aktiivne dollar vast müüakse. Just. Okay, yeah, I was correct. So last week, when the actual was less than forecast, so it was bad for currency, so the gold went up. But in May, it came out hot. It was the actual was higher than the forecast, so it was good for the currency, and the gold went down. So, but one more thing. Yes, actual greater than forecast is good for currency. But based on the article that I just read, the inflation is still high, so it can actually come higher than the forecast. Forecast 0.2. Okay, uh, so basically, if we talk about CPI, so if the data release comes hot, which means the number is bigger than the forecast is zero point 0.2. If the forecast is zero point 0.3, zero point 0.4, it will be bullish for USD and gold goes down. Mm. So anyway, what I'm thinking is that oh my god, we missed the trade with freaking 2 pips. Yeah. But look. 30-minute got into hammer. Uh, mm, I actually don't like this closure here. It's a bullish sign in general because we had a heavy drop. So right now it has been building bullish market structure. No, no, my trade just triggered. By the way, of course it was pending order. I told it twice already. On a short term, I mean, we are still in a bearish market structure. But what I was saying, based on the 30-minute today, we have been building bullish market structure. Here was consolidation. We broke it. Then we broke. So there is, in general, there is three types of market structure. If it's forming, if it's going down, essentially it's forming lower high, sorry, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So that's considered as a bearish market structure. So it's going down. And bullish market structure is defined if it's forming higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Why? Because this low is higher than the previous one. This high is higher than the previous one. That's why it's higher high, higher low. And consolidation is kind of a range bound movement or a sideways movement where there is no highs, no lows, lows equal highs. So it's moving sideways. It's called consolidation. And yesterday we had a big expansion down and it consolidated, like you can see over here. Then it broke the consolidation range. We also broke the previous high, which is basically a higher high, higher high. So we have been slowly building a bullish market structure, but in a higher time frame, which is a daily time frame, we are heavily bearish. So our bias for today is actually to short it, and I think the CPI will also support it because the market have has been trying to get down from this area for a very long time. And basically, what is this? That's like 20 days it has been consolidated in this range. And I think the CPA can be something that triggers the big drop. Like we are talking here potentially like huge drop into 3,500 area, because that's last year's area where it started to expand around. Huh? You you have insane echo. Take your phone away from the YouTube or the where you're watching it. So I will say again, stop loss above the bearish order blocks and the weak highs. I went in here. You see my screen, no? 4023.5 is 4030.2. It's open right now. We are 35 pips running. And I like the price action over here because we broke this 5 minute kind of a baseline support, and the price came in and got rejected instantly. So that's a good sign. But again, we are trading on a very small time frame. So let's see if it can break also this area. And then we could potentially target the Asia opening range where it started to expand upwards. So that's why I'm saying open, because we can see bigger drop because it's overall in the same direction. Hmm? Mhm. Yep. Mhm. So basically, the best would have been here. Wait one sec. So the moment this candle closed, it actually formed a bearish order block. And when this candle closed, you also got the notification over the TradingView app that here is a sell setup. And then I would either enter immediately from the closure, or I would wait till it comes back to the zone to get a better risk reward ratio, because price very often comes and taps into the order block and then flies. And this is exactly what happened. Boom. That would be in my order triggered, pending order. Again, I would enter over here. My protect. Yep. Hmm. You mean this one? Let me see how it formed. I mean, I'm in a replay mode. Okay, so it formed this order block right away. Yeah, I mean, I would order. I would enter already here, over here. Uh, yeah, and then, but if but what we also what I like to see, I would like to see also market structure shift, and you will see it momentarily. So the moment the price actually closed through, I will delete this. The moment this candle closed through this area, then, for example, I'm using one free indicator which is called MTF, BOS, and MSS, which is multi-time frame break of structure and market structure shift indicator. This is free to use; anybody can use it. So basically, it's showing me when the MSS has happened, which is a market structure shift, because it broke the low. And this is additional confirmation for me that we are going downwards. So actually, the first time when the arrow came, it might have been very little bit too early, because as you saw, also it wicked through. So if you put a very tight stop loss, you would have been wicked out. But the more it came down, then it gave the more confirmation that actually the price is about to reverse, and you would have entered from the second arrow. That would have been the best, because then it already had formed additional two order blocks that are protecting your order. But yes, that would have been a very good setup. But still, I believe that we are still in a very good setup, because price broke down, now it came back to retest, and now we are already on a live market condition. So let's see what's happening. I want to see that this low is being protected, or in the worst case scenario, the price comes and wicks a little bit through these order blocks, not the highest one, but the first two ones, and then it expands down in a momentum. Yep. But also, yeah. And what else I can say? Basically, if this setup doesn't hold, then it means we are going higher. And I I actually have a few bending orders waiting up here around the area where it started to shoot down. But yeah, let's see. My other pending orders, the main pending orders, is around another key level, which is 4050 ish area. I actually have it 4051 and 4047. That's my kind of main objective, what I want to see. But it might not retrace that high. So let's see. But this setup can still play out. Okay, so the 5 minute is getting rejected, which is good. But we have here a little bit, as you can see, on a 1 minute, we have a lot of bullish order blocks. That, and that's also a good thing, because market have been expanding up, and all of this here is actually resting liquidity, which the market is kind of inclined towards too, because here is a lot of stop losses that people do. Whenever they have been in a long position, they set their stop losses around these areas, because this is kind of a protected low, right? So, and the market have not come down yet. So there is a very high probability that the market is going to come down and going to take out all the late buyers that have been scaling into buys over here. So 45 seconds for the 5 minute close. It would be amazing if it could close a little bit more down, close as red. That would be additional confirmation that we are going lower. And also 15 minute is about to close. 15 minute closure is very nice as of now. Additional confluence for me that we are going lower. I mean, in Thailand also you can get very cheap food. But when you get started, let's say with a couple of $100, then your goal would not be to make huge profits. Your goal would be to grow the capital into 1,000, into 5,000, into 10,000. That's the moment when you can start to cash out, and you don't reach into thousands of capital if you don't follow the risk management. Yep. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm. So what I do usually is that if I already have secured a lot of profits, I wait for the very good setup. So I'm actually protecting my capital, and I'm not taking too many trades anymore. And I also have a rule. I do mostly two, three trades a day. If I've hit my profit target, I usually don't trade anymore. That's like one way how you can avoid these things, because this is human psychology. Um, if you're on a winning streak, you get overly confident, and I have gone through that as well. And also you are looking more excitement because you get the instant dopamine out of it. So like what you were saying, you don't follow your trading plan anymore, you don't follow your rules, and you start to gamble and make bad trades, and that's what gives you dopamine and excitement and adrenaline, but it will be very damaging to your trading balance, right? So set yourself some rules. If you hit 2%, 3%, don't trade anymore. Or yeah, go to the gym, do something else, because the goal of trading is not to look the charts 24/7 and take all the opportunities that there is. The goal is that actually that you would have more time, you would have more money, um, and that's the goal. So forex offers you that, but it only offers you that when you have a lot of capital. With $200, this is pocket money, you can do anything. Of course it depends on the country, but in general it's very little money. So the only goal for you would be to grow it. And once you have like a $10,000 account, okay, it's going to take you probably a year to get there, but it will be all worth it, because once you have 10K account, it's pure mathematics, right? You catch, even if you do just 1% a day, that's 20% a month. To get 1% a day, that means only one trade, that makes you 100 pips. 100 pips you can basically get any day. We are right now on a trade that is already up 56 pips. So 20% in a month, that would be $2,000 profit. That's why I would say that always follow your plan, your trading plan, your rules, and try to grow your capital. And once you hit 10K, that's the moment that you can actually start cashing out your profits. Then the money is already nice. I have right now one smaller account. I started with $1,000. It's now $1,700. I'm up this year 103% in like six and a half months, 100% up. So yeah, also a challenge. I want to actually grow it into 20K and up. Yeah, I mean, you have such a small account, so obviously, in general, the risk is higher. The risk is higher because the minimum lot is 0.01, so you cannot go low than that. Yeah. So let me see, when is the 4 hour close? Okay, in Rwanda, 4 hour close is in 6 minutes. Very good 4 hour close if you close like this. In futures, it will close a little bit later, but I can also show you. So 4 hour close is a nice pin bar. That was just this one. That was yesterday. That's actually the trade that I told you that I posted. We went out. We went in over here. We went out over here, and then later during the New York session, I was actually thinking to go live, but I didn't. And the moment when actually the 4 hour closed in futures here, I entered the market and I exited like literally a few minutes later because it came down over here. I exited 4,007. And also, as you can see in a 4 hourly, it gave the entry uh, a setup, and it formed a bearish order block. So yeah, but just for the educational purpose, if a 4 hour closes like this, then it very rarely retraces back. It will have insane momentum to go down. That's why I went instantly into sales when I saw the closure happening. But that's on a futures chart. I always take my bias based on the futures chart 4 hour closure, because sometimes on or under, which is Star Trader, this is not the purest data. So the 4 hourly is closing 1 hour mm, later or earlier, something like this. There is 1 hour difference. So anyway, the 4 hour is closing in Oanda now, which is good. Yes, and on futures it's closing 1 hour 30 minutes. So yeah, in Oanda it is closing 1 hour earlier. So this is a good sign, because right now the price also got rejected from the previous low, which is kind of good. Mm, yes, 1 hour also is pretty nice closure. On 30 minutes, also nice. Basically, if we just talk about candlestick patterns, then, for example, this is called hammer because it has a big long wick and a small body. So if a candle, the following candle, is closing above higher, this is considered as a three candle pattern, as a bullish sign. But because now the candle is basically engulfing the previous one, which means it's closing down, this bullish setup would be considered as invalidated. And we are already in sales, which is a good sign. And 15-minute as well, getting rejected. Nice closure coming if it doesn't fake us out. 5-minute is nice, I like it. If we can break this area over here, then I don't see an issue that we could go down lower. And the first kind of a bounce area could be this 5-minute lows, just based on the naked chart and price action. But let's see how it's going to happen. Right now we have a very nice movement. What we can do actually to be on a safe side, I mean, you cannot. I can potentially set my stop loss into break even. But for you, it's a little bit because you didn't get this entry, even though I told you twice. So for those who took the trade with me at the dedicated point, which is 4,023.5, you can set your entries into break even to lower the risk. I'm going to set my break even 23.35. Yep. Which means I'm zero risk in the trade. We are already running 67 pips. Nice. Take profit is open. I didn't set it. Yeah. Okay, 5 minutes gave us another sell area, which is nice. Mine is break even 23.3. Yeah, 23.3. Okay, 82 pips. Let's go. Almost 90. Can we see a big drop? Verse a little bit. Like my full TP right now is around 4,005. That's my goal. But let's see. Right now we're getting a little bit rejected from this 5-minute bullish order block. But 30 minutes is still good. We have a good entry. Yeah, 1 hour is also nice. You're talking about TikTok Live Studio, right? I mean, I did one live over there. Yeah. No. Okay. Okay, so 1 minute is not so good. Mm-hmm. I could have taken 30% out from my trade in this area where is this bullish order block. But what? I mean, taking partials is not a bad thing, but I know, and also you can't even do it because you can't split 0.01 lot. A cool thing about TikTok Live is actually when you're doing live, then later on you can get highlights which you can post out of that live. So you can kind of clip it, which is a good thing. You can't do that stuff in YouTube, right? You have to separately. Oh, we got a pretty big rejection. No, I'm still in. I mean, we have a 30-minute order block protecting our trade. So if it's gonna stop it out, it's gonna stop out, and then we wait for the higher sell range. But yeah, it was already nice. It was what, 95 pips, which is not bad at all. I mean, my trade was. That's why we keep it. In TikTok, nobody is giving me money. They only ask money from me. I have this one dude. He's from Venezuela. Yeah, yeah, some random dude in Facebook just added me on friend. I accepted it, and then he said, "Oh, my mother is so sick. Please send me $50." So that was a few years ago. I actually gave him a little bit of money, and then 1 week later he sent me again, "Send me money, send me money." I said, "No, I'm not gonna give you money. If you want some money, work. I have a few opportunities if you want to work together." But he didn't do anything. Then he kept asking money more and more and more. So I blocked him. He created another account and then messaged me again. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Mm. I don't know. Don't know. No idea. I don't remember. I did just once. I did just once, and then there I also had issues. I didn't how to share, so I just shared my trading view window. But yeah, now we have OBS and this good setup. Maybe I was just doing things wrong, and I needed to connect somehow OBS over. That's a little bit unlucky. I mean, not greedy. It's just no, no. Yep. Just wait little. Yes, I want to see the price tap into this bearish order block and get rejected. Even let's say I'm gonna be wicked out, but if the price gets rejected, we can make to get a new entry. because right now I don't like this price action that is forming on 5 minutes. So okay, I got stopped out. God damn it. I'm waiting personally how the price is going to react from this zone. And 15-minute candle closure is in 2 minutes. If it's gonna close like this, then it's kind of it's not very good for us. So let's see. I think we just got wicked out. I mean, the entry that I had just came to fill some orders from order block, and then now it's going down again. Might have more.
Okay, that's not very, not.
You're echoing now
I
because you're doing multiple
Why?
lives. I think they're interfering with each other.
Maybe. Okay. All right. Maybe. All right.
Yeah, better. Which candle? I know. We we might have put stop loss to entry a little bit too early. Yeah, but right now already late. I mean, I never. Yeah, but my order was 23. Now it's already 40 pips down. I I I never enter from mid range. Jummal küll. Here goes here goes our trade. The reason why I'm not going in from mid range is that you're gonna get a worse risk reward ratio. So let's say you're gonna enter here. Stop loss still needs to be above the week highs. So now instead of 60 pip stop loss, you have 100, almost 110 pip stop loss. So you have basically twice as high stop loss that you had before. And here is also 5 minute order block. Of course, most likely it's going to be invalidated and the price will continue down. But if it doesn't, and if it actually pushes higher, then you're going to lose much more money than you first anticipated. So I rather not take this trade, even though it can and most likely is going to go in my way in the right direction. But I still want to play on a safe side and have a very good risk reward ratios. So plus also the market always gives you a new setups. So that is not like, oh my god, I missed my setup, I don't have any more trades. Obviously you're gonna have, because it's already 5 p.m. here. The news so the news is going to be released in 3 hours 15 minutes, and most likely the market will die off very soon, within the next 1 hour ish time. So the market can be just ranging over here, and then you're gonna see, because the news is gonna be released soon in 3 hours. So the market is going to wait for the data release. So the market will randomly just move sideways, and it doesn't usually before the news. The market doesn't respect the market structure that much. It can just wick up, it can wick down, basically building liquidity towards this main event, and the main event is the data release. So I would not be surprised if the market just keeps ranging the next 3 hours around this area, building liquidity. Building liquidity means inducing in buyers, inducing in sellers. So there will be a lot of orders in both sides. And then once the market data release is coming, one side is getting, and the other one will be making money. So let's see. But yeah, that was our London session trade, and most likely we don't get any more trades before New York session. Okay. Not anymore. My setup was up here, and we got stopped out. So yeah. Mm. If I'm not mistaken, then Trader 2 gave actually a buy earlier. No, actually, it was a sell. It was a sell. Mm, 23 and 19, 19, 23. By the way, Trader 2 was selling from the same side, same place where we were selling earlier. I mean, his TP was 2015 and 13, and the price came into 13. So he actually hit three. Yep, and that's 100 pips. That I, I mean, his final TP was where the price actually went, which is 100 pips, which we didn't take. 100 pips is pretty solid actually, because we are targeting lower. Um, so what I don't like is the how the 50-minute closed. It failed to break lower here where it started to expand. So if this 50-minute would have closed through, it would be a very strong confirmation that we are going lower. But since it actually broke higher and engulfed the previous candle, then based on the candlestick patterns and price action, then there is a quite high probability that it can go a little higher. So that's why mm, I don't want to go in, just not yet. But again, but again, 30 minutes was nice, so maybe it was just collecting some extra liquidity to shoot down. And also 1 hour closed very bearish, so yeah. Mhm. a little bit disappointed that I moved the stop loss into break even that early. Tuesday. Yeah, it's good actually because tomorrow is also PPI data release similar to today's news event. So tomorrow will be also volatile. Hmm. Hmm. True. So, oh yeah, yeah, should not have moved to stop loss too early. So I'm looking right now. The 15-minute gave also a entry. Mm, I might be trying to enter from 4020. Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Mm-hmm. Mm, yeah, true. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a good idea because I don't trade BTC, so I don't know how it's reacting. I'm thinking where would be a good entry. It's gonna break it this time. Mm. kusjuures ei ole hea kuulda, oota, ma korraks vaatan OBS-ist. Võib-olla ma sinu häält jah. Oota, ma pean ühe asja vist tegema, oota. Voice. Ennast, mind oli kuulda, sind ei olnud minu arust. Mind on kuulda, sind ei ole. Sellega oli mingi kala, ma mäletan küll, oot. no me jagame minu OBS-i, seega sinu mikker läheb läbi Video Ninja. mul eelmises setup'is oli tehtud see no mina kuulan, siis see on läbi Video Ninja ju.
Okei, vaatame nüüd. Hallo. Hello. nii. Vaatame kohe. Kas ta jõuab laivi? Okei, vaatame nüüd. Toimib. Hallo. No näed. Hello. nii. Vaatame kohe. Kas ta jõuab laivi? Okei, vaatame nüüd. Toimib.
Väga hea.
So, we're back, Antty. And thank you for the person who was bringing it out that my microphone is not working. And shame of you for everybody else who did not say anything. I'm talking on mute in here. Nobody's saying nothing, you know. I'm showing my screen and everything, you know, making recordings. Okay. But as I said already before, we are all we're still learning, learning in the process. But before it was available. I wonder how long time it's not available. It's weird. It should be still on the recording, but it was not probably on the live. Like when it's gonna go on live, I think. I don't know. Actually, we'll see. Doesn't matter. It's the second live. Today already is much better than yesterday. Today actually is much better than it was 1 hour in an earlier live. live call.
True. So
Okay, it is going in the wrong direction again. It seems. Seems that you don't want to drop. Did you go inside, Antty, again?
not yet. I'm waiting because market very rarely goes in one direction only. It goes like waves.
For sure.
So it goes up and down. But I would like to see some sort of a retracement to enter. I was looking earlier 20-ish area, but let's see.
And what is Antty? What is the trading style? What is the style of trades what you are doing, or how it is called? Like there is different different names for the trades what we are doing. We have
I mean, I'm trading based on market structure.
okay. Meaning? Meaning
Market
that what
structure.
you're looking for, and this is for the new people, because we have also we have people going in and out, and we have right now 9 people in live right now waiting and watching.
So in general, I'm mostly doing my entries based on the indicator, based on the order blocks. But I'm also combining it with the market structure. What is market structure? I'm looking the wait, let me hide this. So I'm looking how the price is reacting from certain points. For example, before it was creating bullish market structure, which is higher highs, higher lows. Here it had on a 5-minute, it had a pretty strong support. Then it broke it. Then it retested it. We made an entry. Then it came down again, and then it took additional liquidity over here. What we did a little bit wrong is that we moved stop loss to entry a little bit too early, and I got stopped out. We already had almost 100 pips running, 95. And then once it took the liquidity, it came back down straight. So I'm trading market structure, looking weak highs, weak lows, where the candles are breaking the previous kind of support area. And that's my kind of a trading strategy. So I'm aligning the market structure, candlesticks, price action with my indicator, which is here. But this setup we took mainly based on the indicator. But again, because of the market structure was supporting this entry, that was like a very good entry. So right now, what I can see, market is failing to break this area again. Here is very strong support, but once it breaks it, then the next stop is around this 4,009. Once it breaks that, then I would aim into 4,005.
I have right now also my entries with 4019, and right now also I have stop losses 0.4003 is right now my my take profit. I mean, it is making a little bit of profit already as well. So this is like how many times we go back into this trade? This is second time, I think. Second time going into this trade. Let's see if it's gonna work. So the last time we don't make any loss or any profit, but we just make our accounts into break even a little bit too early.
But again, 15-minute failed to break down. That's not a good sign. I'm personally not going in right now. I was planning to go in from 420, but because this 15-minute didn't break through, then for me it's a very bad sign.
Okay, I went out right now. I will wait. Because it seems that it's gonna rise a little bit before it's gonna decide again where it's gonna go. So let's see. I would check like about half an hour more if there is no entries, and then I think we can wrap up the live for today.
Yeah, I need to make food up.
Already for a while, and let's see. So overall sentiment is down. That's why we are not going in right now. Even though when the price is gonna pump, we are not just jumping.
I'm gonna do a live when before the news I start the live, but I will do it on TikTok. I need to set it up and see how I'm gonna get it work with OBS.
Let's see.
Okay, let's wrap it up. I'm gonna make food, and then I'm gonna make a live.
What do you
8:15.
mean? What do you mean? You wanna finish?
Yes, because there is no setup right now.
We're gonna finish in this kind of point,
We already had a setup over here. Unfortunately, stopped out, and right now we don't have any good setup because price failed to break lower. So potentially we go higher first. It might even go a little bit higher before the news comes. And then we get the good sell opportunity potentially.
Okay. Well, I guess it's okay. Let me know if you're gonna do any trades today. I will see if I'm gonna do also recording or anything from it. My personal results right now is today we did in the morning. We did couple of 2 trades, and I have right now $9.4 profit from today. I don't know if you can see this. Should be seeing also in the screen. So this is only $200 in account, so it means that today it's 5%. No, sorry, $10. Yeah,
5%.
5%, yeah. $10
But it's
out of $200 balance.
But it's a simple mathematics. If you make $10 a day, which is basically one trade, we already had that kind of setup that had basically $10.
Yeah, we were in also, and I did not go out. I had actually $8 already profit.
But what I want to say is $10 a day on a small account. If you do just one trade, one setup a day, 20 days in a month, that's $200. That's 100% capital growth in one single month.
You see a graph, Antty?
I see.
Are you sure you don't want to short again?
Yes.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna finish. We're gonna wrap it up for today. We're gonna do the next one on Friday. Look also the channels of Antty and mine. I will put it on the comments also the link to Antty's TikTok. So if you're gonna do Antty live today, you're gonna do it in TikTok, right?
Yep.
Okay, and next live, let's do it on Thursday then. Thursday at the same time. I think we can try 1 hour earlier because there was like a little bit more price action, I think, that time. Or what do you think?
Yeah, we started 1 hour late. I mean, London started already like 3 p.m. my time, but we got live up and running at 4. So
no, it's cool. And grateful for having 9 people sitting until the end We are not gonna do any entries right now anymore. So if you want to see today if there is a good entry points, what you can take, then check Antty's channel. Maybe Antty's gonna go live today also. I will leave the link somewhere in the comments in the YouTube. And also subscribe if you want to see more. So then you are gonna get the notifications also next time when we're gonna go live. Cheerios.
See you.
Ciao bella, arrivederci. End.